Hi everyone, this is Jeannie and welcome to my channel. I want to do a tag today. I was tagged by Deb, my friend from the hospital, who has become a really good friend of mine, and the name of her channel is Deb's Way. And she tagged me for this tag. Let me see if I can find it. That she saw, and I saw also on our friend Susan from The Little Poet, and I don't know the name of it. I think it's called the New Year's tag, and it's still January, so I figured why not go ahead and just do this tag for 2019. So I'm going to, and there are 9 questions. I took notes, so I'll be looking down at my notes. So here we go. Question number 1. Rate 2019 on a scale of 1 to 10. And this is just my concept of 2019. I hope you like it. My eyes are really red because of allergies, so I'll be blinking a lot. So anyhow, 2019 is a year I am going to say goodbye, sayonara, I never want to see you again. It was a really hard year for me and my family, but we endured and got through it. In January of 2019, my father passed away, and that was really hard. As a lot of you know, when you lose your family members, especially your parents, it's really, really difficult. And we also had a lot of things going on at the house here. We had our dear friend move in with us, who was also put on hospice during that time, and last year she was moved into a nursing home. That was hard. We also saw, I think it was the Bahamas, almost get wiped out because of the hurricane, and it was headed straight our way. So we had that to contend with, among many, many, many other hard things. But we got through it. We got through it all with prayer and just knowing that with God you can get through anything in life. So to rate 2019 on the scale of 1 through 10, I'm going to give it a 2, maybe a 1.5. But that's what I'm doing, giving it a 1.5 or 2. So, number 2, what is your favorite memory of 2019? My favorite memory that I have been able to stop and think about throughout the year happened during my father's funeral. And my favorite memory is playing the piano at his funeral. I'm not a pianist, and I don't claim to know how to play the piano at all, but when I see a piano, something happens inside of me, and it's been like this since I was a little girl, 3, 4 years old. Every time I see a piano, something happens inside that I can't explain. I have no idea what it is, but it's like it calls me. The piano calls me. If I hear piano music, I stop in my tracks and listen. If I see someone on the piano, I stand there and stare at their hands to see what movements they have. When we first got married, my husband, the first thing he did was buy me a piano. When we moved to California, he bought me a piano because we couldn't take that one with us. It was too big and old. So I've had the same piano for all these years. And my brother and my father passed away in South Carolina, where my family lives, most of my family. And we were in a hotel room with my brother and his wife. Well, we were in separate rooms, of course, but you know what I mean. And we had to get to the funeral home really, really early before anybody else, because he and my sister were taking care of the business that goes with a funeral. And Dennis and I came, of course, and we got to see the funeral home where my mother was used also, and she passed away 2 years ago. So right next to my father's flag draped casket was a beautiful white, shiny, patent leather piano with beautiful ivory keys. And I remember a few months ago at the nursing home, my father didn't know I could play the piano or tried. And he asked me if he could hear me, and all I had was something I did on YouTube. There was no piano around, so I could play for him. So when he died and his casket was right there by the piano, nobody was around. So of course the piano called my name, and I sat there and I began to play for my father. And it was really special. Well, while I was playing, my brother and the funeral director and some other people came in, and they said, "You have to play during the funeral." Well, I'm not a performer. I don't even know how to play the piano. I just dinker around on it. But I did write a song for my parents, for my mother. When she passed away, I wrote a song that I think was beautiful, is beautiful. It didn't have a beginning, and I didn't have an ending. But I had the middle part. And that's what I was playing when they walked in. So I told them, no, absolutely not. I can't play for an audience. And they said, no, you have to think about it. And my brother just convinced me that this is the right thing to do. So I said, okay. I couldn't believe I said okay. But I did. So while we were waiting for the funeral to happen, it really kind of calmed me down, because I was going over in my mind the notes, the music, the rendition, how I was going to play it, how I was going to do an opening, how I was going to do an ending. I didn't know. So in my mind, I was playing, and it kept me from falling apart and crying. It kept me strong. And as the family walked in, they would sit down, but before I sat down, I went straight to the piano and I began to play for my father. And I played, and I made one mistake, and I don't think you could tell, though, because you can cover things up with runs. You can really cover things up when you play the piano. So I don't think it was an obvious mistake, and I just made up an ending. I think I used a Stephen Curtis Chapman ending. I remembered it. And so to me, that's my favorite memory, is playing the piano for my father. And when I was finished, I looked up, and my brother came down the aisle and escorted me back to my seat. And, you know, even though my father wasn't alive to hear me, I think he heard me from heaven. Since then, I have made up a beginning almost finished with the ending. So that was my favorite memory of 2019. So even though it was rated as a 1.5 or 2, that's the most precious memory, one of the most precious memories that I have. So onward to number 3. Did you change as a person in 2019 and how? I don't think I've changed because I'm still who I am. But I think I've developed into trying to figure out how to live life without my parents. And it's a learning experience how to go on and be the oldest one, almost the oldest one in the family. And it's just a different adjustment to learn how it is to live without parents. It's different. So I think I've changed in a way that I've maybe become more mature. I don't run to the phone anymore and call my mother, say help, or my father like I did. Oh, I don't know how they made it. I would call constantly. How do I do this? What am I doing? Why is Dennis sick? My mother was a nurse and she gave me all these ideas. She also helped me in my job, mentoring me in insurance, and so did my dad. But anyhow, yes, it's kind of changed me in one way, and anyhow, yeah, I think I'm still trying to figure out how to live without my parents here. They're in heaven. Okay, the next one is, what's the favorite video you did in 2019 and why? My favorite videos that I do are the little ones on my phone where I don't have to edit anything. So my lunch videos with my girlfriend Deb are my favorite videos. And I have a couple out there. So those are my favorite ones. Number 5, let's see, 1 or 2 products that have blown you away. There is one product that I discovered in October that has blown me away. I just can't believe it. But here it is. My nails. These are dollar store press-on nails, which I love. They don't bother me. They're not heavy. They're not thick. They cost $1. Now, some of them you have to glue on. Others you just press on. I've tried both of them. They don't hinder me when I play the piano. I can even play my violin. Not well, but I play my violin and they don't bother me because they're not long. They're short. And I love these. I just discovered them. So this product has blown me away. So that's my product I'm going to go with. Let's see. What creator on YouTube inspired you the most in 2019? I have several. A lot of you guys have inspired me. A lot of you guys have. And you know who you are. But the one I'm going to say on my 2019 goodbye video, goodbye to 2019, the person who really inspired me and helped me while I was gone from YouTube because of everything we were going through was Kay Carter. And I didn't have a lot of time to watch videos at all, or respond, or make too many videos. But Kay Carter, in her daily doses of encouragement, really helped me get through some real bad times, tough times, sad times. And I really, really did appreciate that. So thank you, Kay. And she's the one I'm going to tag to do this video. I haven't even told her yet, but I will. I don't think she's done it. I'm not even caught up with all my videos yet, but she's the one who and one more I'm going to mention. This other one is the Meticulous Manicurist. If you want to know how to do a pedicure at home without going to the salon and doing a good job, is watch the Meticulous Manicurist, and I'll try to link one of her pedicure videos below. She is amazing, and I have not had any problems with my toes, no ingrown toenails. My toes are beautiful, and it's because of her, so I appreciate that. Okay, so number 7. What is the funniest, meanest, strangest comment you have ever gotten under a video? I've got a lot of mean ones. I can't hear you. Your hair is too long. Your hair is too short. Why are you videoing in your bedroom? The craziest one was about my ironing. I did a video on ironing once. I love to iron. And I guess, and it was years ago, and I guess in the video I said something like, men don't iron. I don't think I would say that, but I got a comment recently that said, yes, men do iron, but it was a little harsh. So, anyhow, maybe I was just sensitive that day. I've been sensitive lately. So, anyhow, to me that was kind of the funniest one. Anyway. Okay, moving on. Let's see, number 8. What is your proudest accomplishment of 2019? And of course, I'm going to have to say, even though I'm not a pianist, my proudest accomplishment was getting up there, walking down the aisle, sitting at a piano, and playing for a room full of people who I didn't know some of them at all. And they could probably tell I wasn't a pianist, but I'm glad I did it. I'm glad and I'm proud that I was able to do that. Ugh, I was a wreck, but I did it. Anyhow, that was my proudest moment. Alrighty, number 9 and the final. Is that the final one? Yeah, the final one. What is the one word you would use to describe yourself in 2020? 2020 is going to be a better year. I just know it. I think it's going to be resilient. The ability to recover quickly from difficulties. And we all go through difficulties. We all have challenges. We all come across things we've never had to deal with before. But my way of getting through these difficulties in life, challenges, is through prayer, being around positive people who think the way you do, not disappearing into yourself or into your home, but making yourself available to keep on going, keep helping other people, because no matter what the circumstances that you're going through, there's always someone who's going through something worse. And my friend who I've been taking care of for 10 years has always told me that. She was in dire straits, physically, mentally, and she would always say to me, there's always someone out there who's going through something worse than I am. So she encouraged me. And I didn't even have any of the physical disabilities that she has. So resiliency is what my word for 2020 is. And I can't think of any others. But anyhow, I want to thank Deb of Deb's Way for tagging me in this video. And I would like to tag Okay, Carter. And I'm going to list the questions below. I'm going to tag anyone else out there who would like to also be a part of this tag. I think Little Poet started it. I'm not sure. But at any rate, thank you so much for bearing with me, for being there for me in 2019. I'm going to be praying that you guys have a wonderful 2020. And thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.